If you fall in love fast or you attach too quickly when you are dating, this video is absolutely for you. Because listen, the reason why you catch feelings so quickly is because deep down you crave emotional safety. But let me tell you, emotional safety is something you have to give to yourself. It is not something that you can rely on a man to give you. So hey there, I am Vanetta and welcome to Awaken Her Now, where women are learning to heal anxious attachment, to embody feminine energy, and to awaken the most radiant versions of ourselves. Now, let's jump back into this topic of not rushing when we are dating, because I need you to hear me. If you show up in dating and you attach too quickly, it is not just about learning how to slow down when you're dating. It is about learning to heal what's underneath your rushing. And this is something I had to learn to do, because when I would first meet someone and I felt that initial spark, I immediately thought it meant that he was the one. But what I later realized is that spark was just my nervous system recognizing something familiar, something that I needed to heal. See, that rush that I felt, that rush that you feel too, it's not love. It is a trauma echo. It is our bodies telling us that this feels like home. It feels like something we're used to, even if home and what we're used to was chaotic, inconsistent, and emotionally neglectful. See, that spark that makes you rush, that chemistry that you feel early on, is really your inner little girl craving a love that she's familiar with, even if that love wasn't good for her. So here are a few things that you can do when you meet a man and your nervous system immediately starts ringing wedding bells. Now, the first thing I need you to do is pause. Before you go labeling this connection as destiny, I need you to pause and ask yourself, am I drawn to him or am I drawn to what feels familiar? Because if what you feel is intensity, that's a red flag. See, anxiously attached women, we confuse intimacy with intensity. But trust me, you don't want to conflate the two, because they are not the same. See, that early intensity that you are feeling means drama will soon follow. Trust me, it is coming. And so what you first have to do is rewire your nervous system to recognize and associate that intensity with drama and chaos and inconsistency, because they will sure follow. And then on the flip side of that, what you have to do is retrain your brain to desire and pursue peace and to associate peace with safety. And this is going to be hard to do, because initially you're going to think that any man who doesn't bring you drama is boring. You're going to think any man who doesn't make you chase him and make you feel anxious and insecure is boring. But remember, boring is good and intensity is not good. Now, the next thing you have to do is pay attention and notice how fast you start performing. Because when you attach quickly, what you start doing is auditioning for love. You want him to like you so much that you start oversharing and overgiving and overextending yourself. And this is because you desperately want him to see your worth. You want him to validate you. And this is typical for women who anxiously attach, because we are always trying to prove that we deserve to be chosen. And so this is where you have to be intentional about falling back. This is where you have to let a man earn emotional access to you. And again, this may be hard to do because you think if you don't convince him by proving your worth that he won't stay. But trust me, only the loser men will leave. A man who really likes you with good intentions will absolutely stay. So what I need you to do on the first few dates with a man, don't pour out your whole heart to him. Don't give him access to intimate details about you that he hasn't earned the right to know. Because trust me, some men will use that information to manipulate you. So I need you to remember that a date is not a sales pitch. You do not have to prove that you are worthy or convince a man to buy into you. So before every date, I need you to affirm to yourself, I don't prove my value, I embody it. And I revealed who I am slowly and based on whether a man has earned it. Now, the next thing that you have to do is stop using dates to build a fantasy and just use it to collect data. Listen, anxious attachment makes you see potential, not patterns. And so what you will start doing is fantasizing about the relationship before you've even learned this man's character. And you need to know that some men only show up with the intention of selling you a fantasy. They show up fully masked so you will see what they want you to see and what you want to see. So here's what you have to do. You have to go on every date curious and not ready to commit. And so some things that you want to be curious about: who is this man when life gets inconvenient? Who is this man when I set firm boundaries for him? And who is this man when I'm not at my best? Be curious, because the secure woman in you doesn't rush into connection. She observes and she receives and she discerns. Listen, you got time to fantasize after he's shown you that he is safe to let in. And until then, get the data and make wise decisions. Now, the next thing that will prevent you from attaching too quickly is having your own full life. When you don't have a full life, what you start doing is orbiting around the men that you date. And the next thing you know, you are canceling your own plans. You are freeing up all your time for this man and making him the center of your world. But what will keep you from centering a man, which is something we never want to do, especially early on, is making sure that you occupy the center of your own life. So stick to your rituals and your workouts and your journaling and your purpose work and all the things that you've been doing, and don't abandon your friends and family to make space for him. And also make plans without always including him. This is how you self-regulate and you remind your nervous system that you are safe, happy, and full, even when someone new shows up. And so remember that a woman who is grounded in her own rhythm is attractive and alluring. Now, the next thing that you need to do to make sure you stop attaching too quickly is you must meet your inner child and mother her. You have to give her what she needs before you go on your next date. See, the truth is, attachment wounds don't start in dating, they start in childhood. And every time you attach too quickly, what's really happening is that little girl inside of you, she is saying to that man, please don't leave me. But when you reassure her that any man can leave, but as long as you stay and you have her, she will be fine. And when you do this, the little girl inside of you, your nervous system will calm down. And this is how you actually reparent yourself. So when you feel anxiety over a man, especially one that you just met, please know that it is your inner child needing you to reassure her. So pause and talk to her and tell her that she is safe. Remind her that you will never leave her. Even if everyone on the planet does, you will be the one who stays with her. And when you do this, watch how you become that secure woman who doesn't rush into love because she has found love within herself. This is how you stop confusing emotional intensity with emotional safety. Listen, falling hard and fast for someone is not a crime, but when you abandon yourself to be with someone else, it is. And this is what anxious attachment makes you do. And this is what I did, so I know what I'm talking about. But I still love hard. I still love deeply. I haven't closed myself off from love. I just had to learn to love myself first. And so do you. And I share all of these things because I had to rewire my nervous system to stop looking externally for the love and validation that I needed to give myself. So please know that when you slow down in dating, you don't lose love. You just begin to filter for it, which protects you and keeps you emotionally safe. Now, if this message hit home for you, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also join my mailing list at awakenhernow.com. I want you to be a part of the larger Awaken Her family. And if you're ready to heal anxious attachment and become a more secure woman when it comes to love, you can book a session with me. I'll leave a link below. Now, don't forget to share this video and this channel with another woman who may need this kind of support, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, slow dating only.